Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France Like Chi 456 game with Field Watchman 1614 and Fiscused. Looking at this first pile, this first group of occupations is pretty meh. Kelp gatherer can be good if you need have vegetable payoffs. Sugar daddy, obviously with stone house cards. Cattle breeder is fine. Village fool can be good if your hand is not very good. I think what we're looking at here is we're looking at just taking village fool, and then because what are the four? There are like four good cards here, and then the rest there's a pretty big drop off. Like fifth maybe is Stone Carver, maybe Outrider. Yeah. Like after the first four ox, I think there's a pretty big drop off. So I think I'd take Village Fool. Pretty likely to get one card back that I want to throw under it, and then we'll see what the rest of the occupations are like. So we'll find out. Okay, well, there's Minimalist, and I could take Minimalist and throw away all my minor improvements and try to do a big Minimalist game. Now that is of course totally dependent on me getting alternative ways of feeding, or being able to feed off of like one cooking hearth, for example. So I won't take Minimalist here, but it's something to keep in mind. It's very likely to come back for my sixth pick. This pick, I think we take Stone House Builder. I like Sunrise Admirer. I like Animal Tamer's Apprentice, but Stone House Builder, especially because I just passed Sugar Daddy. Yeah, and then hopefully Minimalist comes back. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not totally committed to playing Minimalist, but kind of be nice to have the options open. Well, pretty happy I didn't pass Stonehouse Builder, because we got some pretty good Stonehouse cards coming around here. Silo Girl is fantastic. I think Trailblazer is really good. I think Eager Student can be pretty strong as well. I think Silo Girl, though. The way this hand is looking is if I can get there on the Stonehouse cards, then I'll be able to do an early Stonehouse strategy. And if I can't get there, well, Village Fool round 1 seems good. Actually, how many points can you get? If you play Village Fool round 1, you can throw away 13 times, and you don't get points for 4 of them. So Village Fool could be a 9-point card. Just don't play any other. Just don't play any other occupations or improvements, or minor improvements. But even if I don't go for a, even if I don't get a lot of combo cards, like Silo Girl is pretty strong on her own. Like Silo Girl is almost worth pushing for a Stonehouse Reno in like round 10 anyways, because then you just love Plow Sow. That action just becomes such a good point move for you. Well, there's another Stonehouse card, Indentured Servant. Also got Dentist, Rancher, Parvenu, Stone Custodian. So I kind of like the idea of Dentist here, Because one of the problems you have with a minimalist game is getting enough food. And dentist is an occupation that can feed you pretty solidly. Um, yeah, I think I like the idea of taking dentist here. And then cattle breeder came back. Whoa. What got taken that I wasn't expecting to get taken? Cattle whisperer got taken. That is pretty crazy. Stone carver is another way to feed with stone house builder. I think I like dentist a bit better though. And cattle breeder is quite a strong card. Quite strong. And minimalist came back. So I think it's worth speculating on the minimalist overtaking an animal tamer's apprentice. Now, the cool thing about animal tamer's apprentice is if I do build stonehouse rooms, triggering animal tamer's apprentice gets me a cattle, which is great. But I think we should speculate on the minimalist here, especially with field watchman also in our hand. Or not field watchman, village fool in our hand. I don't even know what I'm thinking about. These are all pretty weak. I think Godfather is probably the most playable card here. Okay. Well. So, one issue that you have with a Stonehouse Reno strategy is family growthing enough times. So if I could manipulate boarding school such that boarding school is going to play, Silo Girl and Village Fool or whatever, and then I can grow twice, I think that seems pretty strong. And yeah, I mean, Crib is pretty good. But I don't think I'm going to do a NurFG game. Grain Bag is pretty good, but I don't really need it with Silo Girl. I think this Boarding School looks pretty solid. I think Boarding School is a good card. Even if I can't pull off the double grow, playing 2 occupations might be enough. If I play Silo Girl, Village Fool. I don't know for sure. I'm not committed to either yet. But I mean, Village Fool for 3 points is usually a pretty solid card in its own right. And I mean, if I throw away Stonehouse Builder, Minimalist Godfather, or Minimalist Godfather in a minor, like, that's worth it right there. I'm going to be right back while we're just waiting for some of these cards to come around. Hey, Midi-Lobosim. Okay. I think Leftovers is pretty good. This is not a good extensive resume game. I'm not planning to play 7 occupations. Oxgoat is kind of interesting. Thunderbolt is kind of interesting. Heatwave is kind of interesting. I'm actually not sure what I should be taking here. This is an unusual pick. I kind of like taking a passing miner here with Minimalist in hand. So I'm thinking Thunderbolt. I'm thinking Bartering Shack. Bartering Shack into building a stone room seems like it could be pretty good. The thing is, I would have to get a cattle out of it, or I'd have to probably use a cattle into like 2 stone 2 reed. So I could play cattle breeder with my boarding school. I think Leftovers is quite strong, but I don't think I'm all that likely to play a wood or to fence all that early. And then I see Loom, and Loom is a pretty good reason to fence early. Loom is a great card. Should definitely take it. And if it doesn't look like I'm going to get much out of it, I can always throw it away. And Rock Pyramid. So here we go. Here's where everything comes together with this Rock Pyramid pick. Carrot Harvester is great. With Silo Girl especially, might be a reason to stay on 2 stone rooms. Coffee Break is great. Carpet is great, especially with Loom. But Rock Pyramid is just where this game totally comes together. Stonehouse Builder, Silo Girl. I'm going up to a stone house for sure and trying to build stone rooms. This pick, none of these are all that great. We'll just take Grain Bag. Read for a point. Alright. So, looks pretty good. So I'm not sure. Carpet plus boarding school also seems nice. That's very true, especially with Loom in hand. Yep. I'm thinking boarding school can always play, like, I could play Family Growth Boarding School round 10 for my second Family Growth, and then at that point Family Growth with Room should be less contested, so then maybe in like round 12 I can Family Growth regularly again, depending on how it's working. And then also the occupations, I can play like Minimalist at the end of the game. I can play, Cattle Breeder, whatever. I have some options, so. But certainly looks like whether I play Minimalist or not is up in the air. Godfather, probably not going to play. So, I mean, those are 2 good candidates for the Village Fool. Loom, maybe, maybe not. Yeah. We have options here, that's for sure. This looks like a Thunderbolt pick, I think. So what it looks like I'm going to have difficulty with is getting my fencing up, because I'm going to have a hard time getting enough wood. Thunderbolt to turn my Silo Girl grain into 6 wood. Seems like a good way around that. Plus it's a passing miner. The other one I'd take is Heatwave, but I think I want to put all my stone into stone rooms, especially with this Rock Pyramid pick. So, and this pick could be any of these. Could take Brickyard here. Brickyard seems bad with Minimalist and with Village Fool. I could just throw it away, I guess. But you know what? If I'm going to just throw it away, why don't I just take Prize Winning Sheep? So we'll have to also see how this game goes. Like, if I don't get Occupation till round 3, then my Stonehouse Builder obviously gets worse. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Certainly the fact that I can turn a cattle into a room almost on its own with Bartering Shack is kind of appealing. So that seems like a reason, almost enough of a reason on its own. Like, I could read Stone Food 4 times, 5 times, and that's enough for me to build a stone room. And Stonehouse Builder gives me unblockable Reedstone Food. So it would be nice if I had some other combo with it, but I think the Rock Pyramid plus the Silo Girl is enough. I don't think I need anything more than that. So 1614 plays Eager Student. Then there's my Stonehouse Builder. What about boarding student? Boarding school? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll play it or not. Like, I can use boarding school to get to my 4th and 5th family growth. Like, I can always play my 3rd family growth normally and then set up my 4th and 5th. We'll have to see how things go. Oh, 1614's got Outrider as well. So he's got a couple good reasons to play, to use the most recent round space. Gets a grain and an occupation when he does it. Does the occupation cost anything? Alright, now Fiscused plays Kelp Gatherer. There's going to be actually a lot of crops in this game. Outrider, Kelp Gatherer. I'm pretty happy to take 4 wood. 4 wood is a great action. Field Watchman goes for 2 reed. So Field Watchman maybe 2 reed over Reedstone Food is interesting here. Looking like he wants the first room. Also took 2 clay over 2 wood, so might want the first fireplace. Now with sheep coming round 1, that's not really such a revelation. Will I build wood rooms? I wasn't planning on it, but with that 4 wood action, I have to definitely consider it. I have to probably keep that option open. I think with Rock Pyramid, it's probably not going to be worth building wood rooms, but maybe. Like with Rock Pyramid building 2 stone rooms, that means that's basically all the fields I need, and then I only need 1. I would only need 1 plow sow action to do my 5 fields. And with Silo Girl, 1 plow sow action should be all I need, considering I should have, you know, at least 6 crops in my supply. Trying to think about what are my essential miners. I think Rock Pyramid is essential. Boarding school might not be. If boarding school is not essential, I might be able to get away with just playing Rock Pyramid plus Cooking Hearth, and then I can play a pretty solid minimalist for 4 points, and then throw a bunch of miners away with Village Fool. So for 2 rooms, 6 stone, 4 reed, and then 2 stone, 2 reed, 2 clay. Yeah, so my plan right now is to Reedstone Food 5 times. That gets me enough for Reno plus 1 room. And then I will Cattle Breeder, play Cattle Breeder to get a cattle, and then I can Bartering Shack to turn a cattle into a reed and 3 stone, and that's enough resources for my 2nd room. right there. So, seems solid. Did Field Watchman just start player into 6 wood? That's pretty nice. Landing net, solid card. And then 1614 plays Cattle Whisperer, which I was amazed to see got taken here. Business Tutor. Yeah, Business Tutor would be good. Although I don't necessarily want the improvement actions. 1614 playing Cattle Whisperer. Do I want 3 wood again, or should I play an occupation? Fiscused plays Engineering Apprentice. Problem is, I've got 2 players not looking like they're going to build wood rooms, which is weird. Whereas Field Watchman definitely looking like he's going to build a wood room. So I don't want to be last behind Field Watchman. Like if family growth doesn't come around 5, then probably I don't grow until last in the queue. So I think that's a point in favor of me playing Dentist here. And then second action, Reedstone Food. Because, yeah, if family growth is round 5, Reno's round 7, and I can have the second family growth, then definitely it's worth building a wood room. But, given the fact that these 2 have not taken any wood yet, it's definitely possible. It kind of looks like 1614 wants to... Like 1614 definitely has major minor lined up in round 4, I would guess. Play another occupation, get another grade. Yeah, start player clay deposit. Yeah, definitely looking at major minor. Well, pretty good chance we get... Well, no, actually, Fiscused will probably take 4 wood. But if we get past 4 wood, that would be nice. Alright, 1614 does go for the fireplace, and then we've got Stone Sculptor here for Fiscus, passing us 4 wood. I mean, I have to take 4 wood, but they're not making this easy on me. Well, I don't have to go to a stone house. The nice thing about the Village Fool is I can always abandon any plan that I have. And the Village Fool says, okay, here's some compensation for abandoning your game plan. I'm interested to see if Field Watchman builds the first room here. Think on clay. I don't think I need to. I think I have a pretty good chance of getting 5 clay in round 5. So I'm interested to see what Fiscus does here. Fiscus is going to start player Crystal Ball. That means they could potentially be handed 6 wood here. Do I give up on my Reedstone food plans? I don't think so. I think if I Reedstone food, there's a good chance Field Watchman takes the 3 wood. And then I feed 3 plus a wood, or plus a dentist, and then I put another wood to the dentist. The dentist, I can me putting a wood on happens after me getting the food from it, so that's why I only get 1 food there for that harvest. Hey, there's family growth. So yeah, family growth falls into my lap second. I obviously have to take it. And now I have to consider maybe building the well. My second action could still be 5 clay. Silo Girl is still going to be worth playing. My stone rooms are still cheaper. But maybe this is a case where I'm only going to build 1 stone room rather than 2. Or maybe I get enough actions that I can afford to build 2 stone rooms. Reno to stone ASAP. Yeah, Silo Girl is still good. I think my second action will kind of determine, like, do I get 5 clay here? If I get 5 clay here, then I can certainly reno efficiently. Although 5 clay is not even enough. I kind of want 6 clay. Because 5 clay after I've built a room is no longer... 5 clay after I've built a room is no longer enough to reno plus fireplace. Field Watchman played bee statue, so I kind of like hoping for 6 clay. The problem is, if Field Watchman takes wood with his second action, that forces Fiscus to first action room, which means I'm not going to be able to get 6 clay. There is clay deposit as well, I guess. I should put clay deposit on the board. I totally forgot about clay deposit. So yeah, that changes things as well, the presence of clay deposit. I could also boarding school. If I take 2 wood here and then first action start player, assuming Fiscus does not build a room, then I could first action boarding school grow twice in a row. But I don't think I want to do that. I think it's still worth it to build a stone room. So I think I'll just take the fishing here. Yeah, let's try that. I can start player into boarding school, yes. Yes, but I think... Oh, someone triggered my kelp gatherer. Or I triggered someone else's kelp gatherer, rather, I should say. Let's see what Fiscus does here. Do you think boarding school? I think boarding school is good when you can make the family growth thing easier. I think the fact that I would have to first action boarding school into family growth, I think that would not... It would have been hard to feed if I did that. Because I just picked up 6 food. So if I didn't pick up 6 food, I'd be at 2. I get 2 food from dentist. I would need to feed 7 in round 7. That means... Well, I guess boarding school sends the kid away. So I would actually only need to feed 5. So I'd only have to pick up 1 food with my second action. I'm still not sure that I want to play boarding school. I'm still not sure it's better than me just playing the occupations. Like, I still might use boarding school for my 4th into the 5th family growth. That's kind of the along the lines I'm thinking right now. I still got time. So I want Fiscus not to build a room here. And it sounds like Fiscused is playing a improvement. If Fiscus is playing an improvement, that tells me I get 6 wood. Oh, 6 clay is gone. Oh, darn. 1614 took 4 clay. Okay. Well, I mean, there's 4 wood available. I probably should just take 4 wood, right? Take the good resource actions when I can. As long as these guys keep passing me 4 wood, like 4 wood is the thing is you plan out a complicated game plan under the assumption that resources are going to be really tight. You're never going to get enough wood to do everything you want. So you're looking for alternatives. Well, as long as these guys keep passing me 4 wood, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want. So that's a thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Rock Pyramid on Family Growth. I think I'm committed to at least building 1 room. I think I'm committed to at least building 1 stone room. So Rock Pyramid for 2 fields seems good. Seems really good. Alternatively, I could build the well. And if I build the well, obviously that's going to set my Stonehouse Reno back a ways. I think 2 fields and the Silo Girl is worth skipping out on the well. Silo Girl is great. I'm a little sad that I didn't get 6 clay, but I have actions a lot earlier than I planned to, so... And Reno didn't come till round 7, so yeah, the fact that second Family Growth fell into my lap is pretty fortunate. Because having to wait till round 7 Reno would have been a problem. Big problem. Field Watchman playing Seasonal Worker, so he's got a bit of a day labor combo going. Gets a good amount of crops. It might be easier for me to get stone and reed than to get clay. So maybe Bartering Shack has to be used to get clay here. Or to get like the 2 or 3 clay that I need in the 1 reed or 1 stone or whatever. So the Cattle Whisperer is starting to come in for 1614. I'm guessing just based on their resources that they're going to maybe Reno and Clay Oven, possibly. I'm not totally sure what to expect from 1614. I don't have to build a room here, so I could just build a wood room and get growth again in round 8, which is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, let's just take 4 wood here. So I don't need to think about any complicated game plan. As long as these guys keep passing me 4 wood, I'm just taking 4 wood, and that's going to be better than anything else. And I'll have so many actions, I can kind of do whatever I want. And I'll have such action efficiency. That is a very odd field placement. So what card does Field Watchman have that he would want to place his field there? Oh, Sunrise Admirer. You still wouldn't place it there. It's still weird to place it there, but that's where you could put it for Sunrise Admirer, sure. Start player Collar and Chain here for 1614. Okay. So the plan is to Reno and then try to build a clay room, I'm guessing. But I'm going to Family Growth ahead of you next round, so you don't get to do it either way. Okay, so since if I'm going to build another wood room, I think I really like building the well here. Build a room seems like it's safe. So yeah, the well seems like a strong play now. Whoops, I didn't mean to go to clay. Oh, and here's crib for fiscused. Field watchman took the reed, so likely setting up a Renault basket maker's workshop action would be my assumption. 1614 is gonna Renault cooking hearth upgrade, sure. I still don't have to build a room. Oh, farm steward. Okay, there we go. That's where this is all coming together. Farm steward. Very nice. Okay, so what should I do? I don't need to build a room anymore. I could build a room next round. Pretty sure field watchman will not take 2 wood to force me to first action build a room. So I could just take the clay here, or I could take the wood. 3 wood is fine, 4 clay is fine. Clay seems like it's kind of in demand, so let's take the clay here. Although 4 clay, no, I don't need 4 clay. There's clay deposit. Keep forgetting clay deposits in the game. Let's take 3 wood here. And then we like 3 stone, we like 6 clay. We also can build a room first action next round. We've got lots of options. So plus FF dent. Feed 6. And another wood to dentist. So farm steward is nice. Is it nice enough for what 1614 is doing? I'm not sure about that. Because 1614 has really made a lot of wood available for the rest of us. Especially me. Namely me. Fiscused and 1614 haven't been taking wood aggressively enough, which has meant that I've just had access to a ridiculous amount of wood. Okay, so I don't need to first action build, which is pretty awesome. So I can do kind of whatever I want. I can 4 wood, I can 3 stone. I think I like 3 stone here. I think with Rock Pyramid, building a stone room is still worthwhile. The 3 stone helps me do that for sure. So it looks like I'm going to do a 5-room house. 5-room stone house is the plan. I could maybe try for a 6-room stone house. The thing is, I don't like Rock Pyramid is my only payoff. There's mine and Papin. Rock Pyramid is my only payoff for the 6th room. And it is a fairly solid payoff, but is it going to be better than just plowing twice? I guess if I plow twice, okay, so to build a room, if I could build a room with 3 actions, that's as good as plowing twice plus a 3-point move. So that's good. But the question is, can I get those resources in 3 actions? And I don't know if that's going to be the case. That's kind of what it's going to depend on. So before Field Watchman builds a room, I build a room. so that I can family growth again in round 9. Maybe last action Village Fool here. Can start throwing away cards. Round 6 is one of the times. Like if I throw away 6 cards, then that's 4 points. So throw away Minimalist, throw away Godfather, throw away Boarding School, and throw away Prize Winning Sheep, and throw away Loom maybe, Green Bag maybe. Yeah. Throw away Bartering Shack, maybe. Yeah, Bartering Shack, Thunderbolt. I've gotten way more wood than I expected to get. So, like, Bartering Shack, Thunderbolt, Prize Winning Sheep, those can all get thrown away. Probably Boarding School, then Godfather, and then Minimalist, maybe. So there's 6. So, yeah, that looks like a pretty good Village Fool. Although Fiscus is playing an Occupation. Is it worth paying an extra food to play it here? Yeah. I think so. So Trailblazer, gonna let Fiscus plow a bunch. And then here's my Village Fool. Toss. Prize Winning Sheep. Okay, so to do this round, family growth, I don't have to worry about feeding because I pick up a food from the well and then 7 food with the dentist. That's enough. I do need to think about my feeding in round 11 because I'm going to have 4 food from dentist, 2 from the well, 6. So I'll need to pick up another 2 food somewhere. But that shouldn't be too hard. Maybe fishing for 5 in round 10 might be an option. It triggers Kelp Gatherer, which is not great, but actually fishing will be 6 food in round 10. What should I be doing here? Do I want to pick up multiple reed, or do I want to reedstone food? Picking up multiple reed is nice, but also reedstone food is good. It depends on... 2 reed is not much better than reedstone food. I think if it was 3 reed, I would take 3 reed. Yeah. So I think reedstone food into clay deposit into family growth seems like a pretty good play here. How many points is minimalist if I only play a cooking hearth as my remaining occupation or improvement? Only 2 points. Yeah, 2 points is not that much. It's probably still better to play the loom and the grain bag when I have the opportunities to do so. Yeah, grain bag is better when Salad Girl is coming out later, if at all, so... I don't know why these guys are going on 4 clay when you can pay a food for 5 clay. Oh, I should actually toss my prize winning sheep at some point. So yeah, 3 reed is a pretty good action for me next round. 4 wood, 3 wood. Getting food. Taking clay deposit again so I can build like a cooking hearth or whatever. Why is the 2 clay fireplace all the way over here? That's weird. It should not be all the way over here. Do I want to play the Godfather for some incidental grain? I think probably not. Although the fact that it does work on plow sow after family growth gets taken is nice, but I don't know how many times I'm going to get on plow sow. Like if it triggers twice, it feels like it's not worth it. Better to try to get Silo Girl plus 1 grain maybe. The fact that sow is beside family growth is kind of interesting, but I think after Field Watchman grows next round, we might not see another growth for a bit, so I don't know. Fiscus plays Market. This is an interesting card. Grain, vegetable, 2 food. It just gives you a lot of nice stuff. Go ahead and play Grain Bag here. Toss prize winning sheep. For food and 3 from dentist. So I think that'll be my last dentist conversion. So here's Grain Bag. So Grain Bag gets me some extra grain if I have baking improvements. And then Carrot Harvester for Field Watchman. Very nice. Some nice victory points there. Field Watchman's had a nice game. Toss Minimalist. I don't mind declaring it here that I have it. Certainly I want to build more improvements. So yeah, fishing is pretty appealing here. 4 wood is really appealing. Yeah, 4 wood is really appealing. I should probably first action take wood for the rest of the game. That's probably the state that we're at. Whether or not I get my fencing done and get points from loom and cattle breeder, that might be what determines whether I win or not. Because like the rock pyramid play will kind of happen no matter what. You know, there are not too many actions that screw me up one way or the other, but take the 3 wood. Yeah, I would like the 3 reed, and I did say I wanted the 3 reed, but I think we can gamble that Field Watchman will not take it here and that it might come back. Field Watchman might decide that he needs to take wood as well, because he does need wood. He's going to play Heat Wave here. Alright, so this might be on Reno, this might be on Family Growth. If it's on Family Growth, he might be eyeing taking the 4 sheep. Yeah, Family Growth, Heat Wave. Building a free fireplace for a stone, which is handy. Now, you do stone for 2 clay is like an okay conversion. It's not amazing, but gets a fireplace here, which is handy. So 3 read. That's what we want to see here. We want to get past 3 read. Fiscused plays. What? $16.14 has 6 unoccupied fields. I wonder if, yeah, he's just playing it for the stable, maybe. Maybe he's got some plan. But yeah, that seems weird. 3 read seems good. Both the 5 food actions are still available, which is great for us. Field Watchman gets the 4 sheep back, which is handy. Very handy. Nice amount of food. Yep, got a nice game going here with the Carrot Harvester. Nice game. I have the well to counter the Carrot Harvester, though, so I'm feeling pretty good myself. I've also got Village Fool, 4-point Village Fool on the way, so I'm not too worried. So I guess I should take wood if it comes back to me. And if wood doesn't come back to me, maybe clay deposit and then Reno. Dairy Crier here. 2 sheep or 2 food. You know what? We'll take the sheep because maybe we bartering shack the sheep. Maybe we clay deposit into yeah, plus H, yeah. There's 3 wood available. We should take wood as often as we can, I think. And then last move, I could Reno clay deposit. Reno maybe I should Reedstone food with this move. Yeah, maybe Reedstone food with this move. Okay, so I think what the plan is now to build 2 stone rooms at once. So to build 2 stone rooms, I'm gonna need 10 stone in total. I'm gonna need 6 reed in total. So that's a bunch more Reedstone food actions plus stone actions. That's 3 more Reedstone food actions, or 2 more after this one, and then a 2 stone action, which is totally doable. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Toss Godfather. I guess I don't have to build both stone rooms at once. I only need to build one and then I can go back and build another later. But building them both at once is kind of appealing. $16.14 plays Moor Pond. This is a very solid card. Extremely solid card. He likes family growth and he likes plow sow, so he likes whatever comes here. Yep, looks good. Oh, when did he play Handmade? I missed that. Must have played Handmade at... Yeah. It looks like 1614 played Handmade because he didn't announce it. So that's quite nice. There we go. So Handmade plus Farm Steward, that's tying this game together pretty nicely. So yeah, looking a lot better for 1614. Gets to family growth here. 3 wood. I did say I should basically first action 3 wood for the rest of the game. So I should make sure I reno this round. reno this round and next round, I think. Then maybe play Silo Girl round 12, maybe. So bake here. Got a lot of grain. I guess he sowed one grain really early and then he's taken vegetable. Like he took vegetable, he took cattle. So he's done lots of little outrider procs, which is nice. Kind of nice game here. Although I don't think it's gonna be enough. Most likely, just gonna run out of points. I mean, clay deposit is good for a point sink, but you need a lot of actions for clay deposit to be worthwhile. So I don't think the others are all that likely to do it, but I'll go ahead and fish here. Pick up an extra food. Yeah, one of the big problems with a two-room house is that you often just don't get enough points from family members. But the fact that they got Farm Steward and Handmade, that's pretty solid. I wonder what we have coming here from Field Watchman, because Field Watchman, I doubt they passed Farm Steward, but they did pass Handmade. I probably would not. I might take Seasonal Worker or Sunrise Admirer over Handmade. Handmade is, can be questionable. Bargaining Harvester here for fiscused. Okay. So, am I going to build a fireplace here? If I'm going to build a fireplace, I should clay deposit. If I'm not going to build a fireplace, then I could bartering shack. And if I bartering shack, then I probably have enough resources to... What should I do here? I still like the idea of family growth bartering shack to enable my 6th room. I think I like that idea still. So I think we take clay here instead of clay deposit, and then we can reno fireplace, and then we can reno cooking hearth. Nice background. Oh, it's a highlighted well. That's fun. So now I'll go ahead and reno fireplace. And why am I reno fireplacing when I can just reno well directly or reno cooking hearth directly? I missed how much clay I had. And I never discarded Godfather, did I? Let's do that now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then feed 8. Toss Thunderbolt. Grain bag is now it does something now. It didn't do anything before. It actually does something now. Fiscus plays grain mill oven on start player. Okay, so we can turn it into the stone oven. We're putting Thunderbolt on the board, and then taking our well food, and then probably not plowing. No one's contesting our Reno. Could take food. Could take 2 cattle, and then and then I have the bartering shack cattle. I kind of want to take the cattle after I fence, though. If I fence here, let's say I fence 13. No, I'm not going to fence 13. I would fence 12 in tight, I think. Yeah. Let's fence here. And then we can take whatever pair of animal comes back. And we might get multiple pairs of animals. So if I get 2 pairs of animals and then I reno again to stone, that's kind of nice. If I get 1 pair of animal and then play Silo Girl and then reno, that seems fine. Silo Girl is worth it if it gets me grain and vegetable. You know. Definitely worth playing still. So I'd really like to get the cattle or the boar. Boar would be great because then I could bartering shack and still have breeding pair. This is doing something that takes a long time, which tells me they're not taking boar. Beautiful. Beautiful. 3 boar looks awesome. Alright, so now I can reno bartering shack. And then I can build 2 rooms at once. Or come close to building 2 rooms at once. In round 13. Okay, so after I reno, I'll have 2 stone, 2 reed. So I need 2 reed, 4 stone. Bartering shack gets me 3 of those resources. Gets me whichever ones I want. Alright, so we'll play Silo Girl and then we'll reno to a stone house. Looks good. And the Silo Girl is almost just a vegetable action, but it's a little better than that. It's paying a food to get a grain, which is a fine, like it's fine. Considering the fact that I can sow it, it's probably better, but it's actually not great. It's fine. It's fine. I could also take a wood in order to build a stable, because without a stable, I will have a hard time holding a lot of animals. But realistically speaking, how many more animals am I going to get that I don't have to eat? I'm going to end up having to eat animals before long. Fisk is saying they didn't get the kelp vegetable. I did announce that I took fishing, but maybe they didn't notice. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, Silo Girl here. And now I really want to get a sow action or a plow sow action in round 14. And my reno's safe, right? Yeah, my reno is safe. Good. I could also get a wood so that I can play loom. Get a food, or not a food, get a wood and 2 stone. No, I think I like a wood, a stone, and a reed. Whoops. Okay, I've totally screwed this up. Home. Three reed, 6 stone. Okay. So going into this action, I have 3 reed, 6 stone. So then I pay 1, and then I pay 4. Whoops. So plus wood plus S plus R. For a boar. That looks good. And place silo stuff. Good. Looking good. So now we're gonna build 2 rooms, get 4 fields from building the rooms. So if we can get a sow action in round 14, that's going to be massive. Massive points. Toss boarding school, and then probably toss cattle breeder as our last move, and then we'll play loom. We get a vegetable, and there should be a grain up here. So I could plow sow with this move. Or I could take 3 sheep, and then that works for my loom. Or I could start player. Passing plow sow is kind of painful. But I think getting the 3 sheep is actually pretty nice considering I have loom in hand. Yeah, we'll do that. It's like 2 food and a point, or it's 2 points and 3 food. It's something like that. It's like a 2.3 food action. Because if I let them breed twice, of course, then I get an extra point from loom, or it's a point and a bunch of extra food, which is also good. Because, yeah, breeding boar twice is not worth anything. I only want to breed boar once more. So if I can hold sheep in the other 3 pastures, that works. Nedfest asks, what does the discard do? So I have a card called Village Fool. And Village Fool says, at the start of each round, I can put 1 card face down. Oh, it's face down, so I don't actually have to announce it. I could just say discard, but whatever. 1 card face down from my hand under Village Fool can no longer be used for the rest of the game. At the end of the game, you receive 1 bonus point for each card under the Village Fool, except for the 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th. So basically, every 2 rounds, I'm getting a point from the Village Fool. That's the way you look at it. So I throw away boarding school and get a point. So I've now thrown away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. The 3rd and the 5th are not worth anything, but I get 1 point from 1, 2, 4, and 6. So Village Fool is going to be a 4-point card at the end of the game. 1614 builds the pottery. Frankly, I'm amazed the pottery did not go earlier with how early clay deposit came into the game. I had other designs for my stone, but yeah, pottery, good card. Good card, pottery. Is anyone going to be interested in building stables? 1614 maybe, if they take wood. Fiscus, no, because he plays stables with his occupations. Field Watchman just wants defense. Man, start player's still available. I could start player and then grain something. So if I family growth play the loom here, why so many veggies? Carrot harvester is the big one. And just a lot of crop synergy generally. So I could delay building and set up my double build, is what I'm thinking about. So if I take reedstone food here and then I take 2 stone, then I'm ready to double build in round 14. So I guess whether I get to do that or not depends on whether I take 2 stone here. Now it means that I don't get food from the loom this harvest, but I think I'm okay with that. Because reedstone food is unblockable. Build 2 rooms, get 4 fields. Yeah. It also makes it much better for me to first action 2 rooms, because then I really cannot afford to get stable blocked. Assuming other people have wood that they might want to use. And I don't think that'll be the case, but... Man, 1614 I would be scared of if they have like milking stool or milking hand, but I think that without it, I think they're still going to have a hard time beating me in points. I think. It's going to be close though, because I'm going to have some negatives. I'm going to have negatives, and they have maxed in a couple categories, which are nice. But the village school is going to put in work for me. That's for sure. Yeah, maybe Fiscused has Pickler, and these 3 all saw it, and I didn't. But I don't think that's the case. I didn't see Engineering Apprentice. I didn't see Stone Sculptor. I don't think I saw Bargaining Harvester. So I think those are the 3 cards that Fiscused has, 3 occupations that Fiscused has that I have not seen. Alright, Fiscused going to start player coffee break here. We're happy. We're happy to go second. I mean, we're not going to get plow sow, which we would like. Veggie lover, maybe someone has? Maybe. So I'll reedstone food here. And then I can seriously consider... I can build my rooms with my last action here. Especially if 1614 takes wood. If 1614 takes wood, saying they're running out of points. Alternatively, I could take grain. But yeah, building my 2 rooms here. 4 fields. 2E, 4I, save 4S. Plus 4 food dentist, feed 8. And then breed. And breed. Nedfest, I definitely need to play this more. I've only done about 4 solos. If you like, if you're still learning the game, Nedfest, I definitely recommend Boîte à Jeux, as well as the, I think there's a pretty good app for Android, or maybe iOS, I'm not sure which platform it is, but the great thing about those formats is that they do all the mechanics of the game for you, so it makes it way easier for you just picking up the game, to learn everything when it's all done automatically. Play-agricola I love, and I love it because of the depth of the cards and the fact that there's a really strong playing community. But certainly when you're picking up the game and you're learning, the mechanics of Agricola, then I definitely recommend checking out those other platforms. Because they do everything for you, which is very nice. So. Toss. So if I could take grain and then get a sow action, that would probably be a lot of points. The sow action would be 3 points. The taking of the grain would be 1 point. No, the taking of the grain would be 0 points, actually. Taking grain is only worth it if I get sow back. But that might be my best sequence. If Fiscus is going to plow sow, I could plow first move. Yeah, plowing for 2 points is probably my best move. Plow for 2 points, take grain, sow, family growth. That's the best possible outcome for me. What was the first thing I said? Something in French? Oh, you know what? We need a chat command for this. Boîte à jeux. I can put exclamation mark boîte. Or exclamation mark French. Yeah. Pretty sure so is getting taken by 1614, but just in case it's not, And my feeding is all settled because I eat a boar and then I get 4 food from dentist, so that's 10 right there, which is more than I need. Not factoring in the fact that I also get food out of the loom. So Village Fool is 4 points, Green Bag is a point. 1614 takes clay, alright. Has a good pottery, and I mean, I like sow, but I only like sow after taking grain. So, okay, here's an interesting proposition. I could sow with this move, and if I sow with this move, then taking grain is worth a point. If I take grain and then don't get a sow action, I have 2 actions that are worth 0 points. So I think what I do is I will do the sow action with my first move. Because I'm giving up, I'd be giving up 2 points from grain, but 2 points potentially, but guaranteeing myself 2 points. Taking grain and then hoping that sow bake will come back is pretty speculative. Do they have 4 points from clay deposit already? 1614 does? I have not noticed them go on the clay deposit space. Yeah, 1614 might be winning then, if they've had time to do clay deposit. I haven't been following the other actions as much as I should be. Unless they're taking points when I'm using it. No, okay, their third action, round 13, was clay deposit, and then round 12. Yeah, round 12 they used it as well. Very nice for 16-14. Much better game than I was expecting. Oh, this is interesting fencing. I wonder if animal husbandry workers out there. Only field watchman would play it though, because nobody else is close. So, yeah, weird. Yeah, 6-point clay deposit. You know what? That's going to be really good. We're going to be in tight to beat 16-14. That's for sure. Plus G. Our family growth is safe, so family growth loom is our last action. And then loom is a 3-point miner. And we breed up a sheep, and that's it. Good game. Yeah, so I wonder if I needed to risk the 2 points to win. That might have been the situation. That me not risking the 2 points means that it's going to be a loss. All right. Here's our final score. Um, 56 final. Probably not enough to beat. You know what? It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. So why do people play this over boîte de jeu? Because well, some people like the mechanical aspect of like actually like going out and taking the food and stuff like that. Like for some people that's appealing. And then the other thing is because the other reason people like this is because for example on boîte de jeu or the app, all the occupations have to be manually plugged in, like manually coded, because the game does everything for you. They have to individually code every single occupation and individually code all of its actions. And so because of that, all of the EIK, all of the occupations that have been out since like 2008, they're not all implemented on boîte de jeu yet. The other aspect, as Manon Papin points out, is that the games are generally slower because you're not sitting around, you don't have real-time updates. The advantage of Play-agricola is the real-time updates. Obviously, the fact that I can get a game done in an hour and 28 minutes. And then also the fact that because the game doesn't do everything manually for you, you can actually, we do a lot of implementing of new cards and playtesting of new cards. And like not even new cards, just like the France deck and the G deck and the WM deck, which have all been published, none of them are available on boîte de jeu. The app, I don't know about the app, if the app has any of those decks, but like I can make my own card and play test it, and we just throw it into a game. And because we're all manually doing the interactions, we don't have to code anything, so we can just add the card and continue, which is nice. So looks like we won, beat 16-14 by 5 points. So I actually thought it was going to be closer. Field Watchman ends at 52, 51, and then 43 for fiscused. So yeah, I was pretty sure that I was going to win. But I mean, the clay deposit definitely made me scared, that's for sure. Yeah, he needed like a 3-point milking hand or something like that to threaten me closer. The real time is definitely appealing. Yes, the real time is a big plus. And that's the reason I do this. Because I also play some games on Boîte de Jeu, but they just take forever, and you lose track of what's happening and everything. So I find that to be irritating. So, anyways, nice game here. Very strong game. First pick, Village Fool. Yeah. Let's look at what I threw away. I threw away some good cards. Like, Boarding School is good, Cattle Breeder is good, but I didn't need them in this game. Threw away Minimalist, Godfather, Prize Winning Sheep, Thunderbolt. Yeah. Worked out pretty nicely, I have to say. Yeah, Rock Pyramid. Getting Rock Pyramid, 4th pick minor, that just tied everything together really nicely. Let's take a quick look at the draft, so I can pat myself on the back for my good draft decisions. Alright, first pick, Village Fool. Sugar Daddy's rated higher, Cattle Breeder's rated higher. Cattle Breeder came back, which it should not have. Yeah. So I guess I should have first picked Sugar Daddy. I did end up going with the Stonehouse strategy, but I didn't know that I was going to. I wanted to keep myself flexible, so. The Stonehouse Builder here at power 2.2. So this card's getting a little overvalued. It's being drafted higher than it should be. Drafted second, power 2.2, but obviously it was fantastic for me. I mean, it's hard for me to look at any of these and say that I made a mistake, like Silo Girl, obviously great card. Dentist here over Rancher and Indentured Servant. I think Dentist is quite solid. I think it's probably a little underrated. Obviously, it only works in some games, and I did get kind of an obscene amount of wood in this game, admittedly. I got like a lot of wood. Cattle Breeder here. Probably should not have come back. And then I take Minimalist out of this one. And I mean, I probably would have thrown away any of these. Godfather, sure. Yeah, first pick, Boarding School. Highest power, highest draft position. Yeah. Don't think we're going to gain too much out of this review. Bartering Shack here. I feel pretty good about this pick. When I'm thinking about, like, Bartering Shack can get me stone, and I have Cattle Breeder to get the cattle. Like, it's a pretty good combo. Loom, 4.1 power. This card is great. This card also is undervalued because it's almost drafted third, and it's power 4.1. Then Rock Pyramid here. Even though it's the 5th best card in this pack, Rock Pyramid, monster card for me. Yep, so nice game. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will stream. Today's Thursday. So yeah, I think I'm probably done for today. Unless Nathan wants to play later. If Nathan wants to play later, we might come back and stream together. But I need to go do some errands and have something to eat. So yeah, I'm going to be done for now at least. If I come back later, it'll be with Nathan, I think. And yeah, and then I'll stream next on Saturday at some point. So Saturday, let me take a quick look at my calendar. Saturday, I'm totally free, so we probably do a couple games on Saturday. Probably start similar time, hopefully a little earlier than today. I actually had to wait around for like an hour and a half before I got a game, but Saturday the site's usually more active, so probably around noon my time, noon Eastern is when I'll start streaming on Saturday, and I'll aim to do 2 games on Saturday. So, all right, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.